Jessica Tarlov is kind of like the Fox News equivalent of Scott Jennings, except for she's nowhere near as entertaining and doesn't make anywhere near as good of arguments. And we're going to see today, of course, is her being completely humiliated by Gutfeld and Jessie Watters on the topic of California redistricting. But before we get to these clips, don't forget to like and comment on this video so we can break through the algorithms. Here we go.
But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of in the mouth.
It is clear that the districts they're going after are not only Democratic, but they're mostly black or brown.
A part of racial gerrymandering as part of the racialist and racist agenda of the Trump administration.
You can wave all the flags you want to, but I am telling you right now that the most unpatriotic people that we have in this country are MAGA and this president. We are the real patriots.
Donald Trump's rigged maps that disenfranchise black and brown voters.
There's already a higher number of Democrat congressional seats in California than there are Democrats in California. There aren't as many Republicans, but they do not have appropriate representation here. Democrats have been waiting for this. Unfortunately, the math is not on their side because they've already gerrymandered their state. So since Republicans haven't been playing this hand, they actually have more cards to play here with places like Indiana and Florida and, some of the other states that are trending red.
That's a good point. The Dems are just mad that the Republicans are playing the game that they've been playing.
There's one other thing that really is interesting about the Gavin Newsom piece, aside from the performative antics from the week. People can decide what they think about it. But do you remember we talked about Prop 36? This was the legislation that passed by 70%, a bipartisan deal to make crime illegal again in California. And he is refusing to fund it.
Yeah.
He won't put the funds towards implementing it. And guess what? The funds that would go towards implementing it, it's the same exact cost as this redistricting. That's pretty rich.
That's true, Jessica. In a way, if they just paid attention to voters' concerns and less on redistricting, they wouldn't even need to redistrict.
No, that's absolutely not true.
Is it racist? I don't know. I mean, if gerrymandering is racist, then it was racist when they did it. We're all racist, Jessica, just admit it.
I am not a racist.
And that's what a racist would say.
Do you guys rehearse this stuff before you come out here? I heard this is a power grab on the part of the Democrats, and they've been doing this. We do not redistrict mid-cycle. We do not elect people to the Oval Office who call up governors and say, get me 5 more seats no matter what you have to do. We also don't elect people who ask for more votes than they actually earned. This is about what the Republicans are doing because they know that they're going to lose the midterms.
No,
and I get
arrest
it.
people because you can't beat them.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, you just swing an election so you get a dead guy in the office.
He's not dead. There's footage of him all the time, Greg.
Yes, that's deep fakes.
I get it. Some people might not like how Gavin Newsom is talking.
I love
You
it.
might not find his posts funny. It is absolutely working. His fundraising numbers for this just came out. 6.2 million from this week, 200,000 individual donors, and we have been having a problem in activating these donors.
Do you want him to be your nominee?
Accounts.
Is he the guy?
I don't know. He's going to have to be in the primary with everyone else.
Because he has no achievements.
He is eating up the attention right now. He is on every single high-rated show.
Him.
Jesse's talking.
Nobody
who votes like you likes him, but every Democrat that I've spoken to has said, finally, someone is fighting for us.
But he hasn't. The thing is, he can't point to anything he's done. What about fire? What about crime? What about homelessness? What about businesses leaving? I mean, you can fall in love with the performance. I get it, but there's nothing underneath. Come on, Jessica, give me one thing he's done. Besides his hair and his best friend's wife.
Oh, wow. What are you even talking about?
I'm just trying to think of his achievements, and that's the only thing I could do. I got one deep.
He is making you talk about him all the time, which is what he wants to do. And Donald Trump knows more than anyone. He's the topic.
I didn't bring him up.
And Donald Trump, of all people, knows that if they're talking about you, that's a good thing for you.
Yeah, but the difference is Trump actually did things in his life that were good for people. Not bad to his friends. Jesse?
Not bad to his friends?
Yeah.
Really? Did he stiff like every contractor who's worked for him? Talk to people.
All right.
Jesse?
Yes.
I'm going to go to you.
Okay.
And ask you this question.
Please don't ask me about redistricting.
All right. What do you have to say on this topic?
I was going to say that I've never seen anybody detransition like Gavin Newsom. The guy was married to Kimberly Guilfoyle, okay?
Yeah.
And then goes crazy, starts marching in gay pride parades, starts locking down like Fauci and crying on television.
That was actually hilarious. We got a couple of sick burns there against Gavin Newsom and the Democrats, but let's go ahead and start with gerrymandering, okay? What the Democrats are really upset about is that gerrymandering is happening mid-cycle, which is a bit unusual, but it is not illegal. Okay. And if it was illegal, where's all the lawsuits? Okay. They don't exist because we know that Texas actually has the ability to do this, right? And so do many other states, as Gavin Newsom himself is pointing out. Now, just on a side note, I'm against gerrymandering. I wish it wasn't a thing, but both sides practice it. So for the sake of equality and fairness, I guess we do have to gerrymander. And that's kind of what Gavin Newsom is talking about. Okay. He's going to gerrymander California even more than it already is, just to try to offset Texas's gain in seats. But Kennedy actually makes a really good point. There's a whole bunch of red states and up-and-coming leaning red states that could have this same practice and could have a bigger impact across the map in terms of electoral representation. Okay, so if the Democrats really want to get down in the weeds on this, then so can the Republicans. It's mutually assured destruction, essentially, which of course is why I think nobody should be doing this. But of course, one of the big arguments is that, oh, this is actually a racist practice, right? What they're doing in Texas, they're trying to get rid of the brown voices. And of course, we know that's a bunch of garbage. We actually have 2 new districts that will be Hispanic populated created. All right. Not to mention a lot of the Texas redistricting is relying on the Hispanic population to actually drive forward the Republican vote. Right. So that doesn't sound very racist to me. And this, of course, set up the best burn of the night, because you have Greg Gutfeld saying, hey, if it's racist when Texas redistricts, is it also racist when California does that? All right. And of course, you have to have Jessica Tarlov up there saying, what are you talking about? No, it's not racist. Well, Jessica, are you a racist because you're supporting the whole redistricting idea of California? Well, I'm not a racist. And then in unison, right, in the funniest moment of the clip, you have Jessie Watters, you have Greg Gutfeld saying, that's what a racist would say. Because remember, once you're called racist by the left, there is no coming back from that. You can say, I'm not racist. Well, that's exactly what a racist person would say about themselves, right? There's nothing you can say in self-defense. And seeing that old argument thrown back in a left-leaning person's face is just delicious, right? But then, of course, we get onto the subject of Gavin Newsom himself. All right, he's the big up-and-comer right now. I didn't think this would happen, but you have to remember about Gavin Newsom. He's a very slick talker. Democrats tend to like him, but he has a horrible track record, right? California is a mess. California is a joke, and everyone across America knows that, especially people in middle America. We know that nothing's happened to help out the Palisades fire victims. We know that nothing's happened to stop the homeless crisis in California, and we know that nothing's really happened to stop crime. As Dana Perino brings up, we had that Prop 36, where the citizens of California had to actually have a vote to say, hey, we want to have crime actually prosecuted again. We're tired of this whole theft up to $950, etc. Okay, but Gavin Newsom, to his credit apparently, isn't funding that effort, right? He's going to ignore the will of his own voters, and this is what people across America see. Yes, Gavin Newsom has a track record. He can say whatever he wants. He can start however many podcasts he wants. He can have on all the guests to talk about how horrible Donald Trump and the Republicans are, but that doesn't change the fact that he now has a past. And to be honest, every single dig that Greg Gutfeld throws in there about him sleeping with his best friend's wife is also hilarious, right? It shows the man's character. And the icing on the cake was just that little dig at the end with Jessie Watters calling Gavin Newsom a transition gay man, right? Because at this point, it's pretty much what he is, all right? He has no power outside of California, and yet for some reason the people in that state are just gluttons for punishment. It's the blue no matter who crowd. No matter how awful your lives are, keep voting for the people like Gavin Newsom. The rest of America are not going to fall for it. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and say hi to your mom for me. Do you like t-shirts? Of course you do. And now you can support the channel by buying an Angry Teacher t-shirt designed by me, Angry Teacher. So if you like America, if you like freedom, if you like liberty, then go ahead and click the link in the description, where all designs, of course, are 100% mother approved. So enjoy yourself and find something you like today.